What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Toxic Mugs video. And today we got a new series. Yep, a new series. And it's called Top 10s. We're doing top 10 lists every single week or day. I don't know whether I can actually be asked to do one. First of all, before we do this video, like and subscribe. And we'll continue these videos, alright? Like and subscribe. And let's get up to 2 likes and we'll do another one. Alright, 2 likes is the minimum. And let's get to the video now. We're doing a top 10 video on the top 10 best DW wrestlers right now. Let's start off with number 10. He is the current TV champion. He's currently undefeated. And he's facing Luigi Cena at SummerSlam. His name is Hustle Theory. And Hustle Theory, he's a really good wrestler. He's a top hero of the company. He's got loads of people to hate him, which is very, 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 very hard to do in the wrestling business. And obviously, you must be really good at what you do when you got people to hate you and people to want to face you in a match. Obviously, Hustle Theory, he's good at what he does. Very good at what he does. Because not many people can do what he does. He's very skillful in the ring. He knows what he's doing. He's just very good in the ring in general. And can't wait to see what he will do in the future. Like, possible DW Championship run in the future. Who knows? He could well be in that Judgment Day. He could join Judgment Day, apparently. I've been hearing rumours of him joining Judgment Day, but I don't think it would happen. I personally don't think it would happen, but apparently people have been telling me, some people have been telling me about how they want DW to have more futuristic, more future champions, you know what I mean? Like more big future champions, and Hustle Theory is one of them. Really, he's one of them champions who we will see in the future more often than we see him right now. So, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, for Hustle Theory's big sprite to the top. And he's already rising up to the top already. He's already won one of the top prizes in the company, which is the television championship of of Cash, which obviously Cash lost the championship in a very, very dominant. Obviously, Hustle Theory beat him instantly. I'm pretty sure. I think Hustle Theory basically beat him in only a 5 minute match, and it was a really good match. Number 9. This might be a bit controversial, but Johnny Scorpion comes in at number 9, and I think he's good, but I don't think he's that good. But we all have opinions. Johnny Scorpion, I mean, as much as I like him as a wrestler, he doesn't spout out to me as a actual standalone wrestler. He may be the World Heavyweight Champion, but he's not what I call a standalone wrestler. He's always trying to rely on who's around him to reach up to the top. Like his tag team partner, for example, who's coming up in the list later on. Best believe he's going to be in the list, definitely. Obviously, we all know he's a member of the DW faction, the Nirvana, which is owned by Brandon Crimson, who we will get to him in a minute. We'll definitely get to him in a minute. But he's one of them wrestlers who's stuck with Crimson for so long. He's stuck with him since the old CWF banner. He's been with him since WWF when I was around. Like, not Damages WWF. I mean the one owned by Lost Michaels. That one owned by Lost Michaels. Obviously, you all know how that went. It turned it into an ECW, like ECW, by Lost Michaels. Brilliant Fed. Honestly, Johnny Scorpion, brilliant wrestler. He's good at what he does, but he's not as good as we think he should be good at, really, to be honest, because he's too focused on Love Life, which will get to your career, but Edge is a prime example. Matt Hardy, a prime example. These guys focused on their love careers and they didn't move much with their career. Their career was winding down. I bet they regret not doing them love storylines because they could have had so much more with their championships, couldn't they? You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Anyone you know, Johnny Scorpion, World Heavyweight Champion, DW, he beat Mala Acetone for it, which was, I think I was at the recent Bash at the Beach pay-per-view, which was a good pay-per-view in my opinion, but we will leave that to you for opinions. Number 7. Oh no, actually no, number 8. Never mind, number 8. I am incorrect. Number 8 is. I mean, number 8 might be a bit controversial, you know. Mallet Acetone is number 8, and he obviously like Mallet Acetone. Alright, he's an alright wrestler. It's just his attitude outside the ring is just absolutely terrible. The dude thinks he's so good, but he's not. But we're not going to talk about attitude outside the ring. We're going to talk about how he is in the ring. And Mallet Acetone, brilliant wrestler. Awesome. He does what he does in that ring, and he's brilliant at it. And personally, like, Mallet, he could be a future player in DW. Like, if he thinks, obviously, if he doesn't leave the company, because there is rumors that Mallet might depart from DW. He might leave DW because of the contract negotiations not going right for DW at the moment. But Mallet is a good wrestler. He had that match with Johnny Scorpion. I think it was a Ultimate X for the World Heavyweight title. So it was a really good match. It was a solid contest. Obviously, Johnny Scorpion won that contest, and Mallet Acetone is he's doing well. He's doing well at the moment. He's getting his way into the Heritage Tournament, which will be starting apparently at SummerSlam. Apparently, the Heritage Tournament is starting at SummerSlam, and apparently also wrestlers from the new brand that they're making, which is, I forgot the name of it, but it's a new brand that DW are making, and they're also doing it with XFA as well, which is the developmental brand of DW. Apparently, they're all going to be involved in the Heritage Tournament. I would like to see Mallet Acetone or Brendan Crimson win that tournament, but we don't know who's going to win it. Obviously, it's a random tournament. Number 7, Jamie Reigns. Jamie Reigns, the Tribal Chief, the head of the table. He's a big wrestler for DW. He's really giant. He may have lost the match against Hustle Theory, but that's because Hustle Theory was cheating a bit in that match. Hustle Theory, obviously a classic Hustle Theory heel work. He's a top heel of the company. What do you even expect? But Jamie Reigns, I see him as in the future, I could see him try and unify the championships together. You know what I mean? Like, he's that good to the point where I can see him do anything in DW. He's got the talent, he's got the raw charisma to do whatever he wants in the company, and he'll do anything he wants, I guess, but whatever he wants. And Jamie Reigns, he's already won a couple of matches already. He's beaten anybody he's went into it with, and he's about to go 1-on-1 with Mason Mansfield for the Hardcore Championship at SummerSlam. So hopefully, I think Reigns will win that. I will do predictions in another video, probably coming soon. In the next couple of days, we'll do predictions for SummerSlam. Obviously, we'll probably do some SummerSlam information stuff, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we'll basically review the show. And also, next, on number 6, wow, number 6 already, we're already middle of the list. Number 6 is Jason Bolt. Jason Bolt, is a brilliant wrestler. The dude has the talent to do whatever he wants. He has raw talent, everything. The dude, the only thing that puts him off the top spot of the list is Jayla End. I reckon Jayla End is holding him back. Because I don't think Jayla End is that good of a wrestler compared to Jason Bolt, but he's getting held back. That's what I'm going to say. He's getting held back, and Jason's he's paying too much attention to her to even want to do better. I've been talking to Crimson. Obviously, he's been telling me the same. This is obviously, you know, pretty different. Yeah, obviously, yeah, I do talk to myself, yeah. Yeah, it makes so much sense, Brendan, doesn't it? Fucking Muppet. And besides, Jason Bolt is a good wrestler. He's perfect mind for the business. And I reckon he'll be a future of the company if he doesn't if he ends up like talking like more Jayla N stuff, then possibly he could lower down the card like his brother Johnny Scorpion. But if that happens, that'll be a waste of a tag team talent. I'm sorry, it was a waste of talent if you do that. So hopefully this whole storyline with Jayla and Jason progresses more to be more interesting instead of just a cringe storyline where just two people love each other. Because we don't want that in DW, do we? Like obviously DW hardcore federations like want more serious characters, not just silly characters like Reginald Amore and stuff like that. Number 5, big wrestler here, Wolf Cross at number 5. Well, I see Wolf Cross as one of the wrestlers who I think replicate the name DW well. Like he is DW through and through. The whole rainbow hair thing, absolutely hardcore. But Wolf Cross as a character is not that hardcore. He doesn't not he rarely uses weapons. The last hardcore match he was in was with Brandon Crimson at Royal Rumble War of the Worlds, which was that Domtech Mania match, which was absolutely brilliant. And obviously Wolf Cross is going back after the World Heavyweight title with Johnny Scorpion, and apparently they're set to have a match at Armageddon, which is in a few weeks' time after SummerSlam. And hopefully Wolf Cross can have a banger with Johnny Scorpion again, because their match was quite short at WrestleMania because of time constraints and obviously Casey interfering. Casey, even though Casey is Cage, and obviously obviously Wolf Cross obviously kidnapped Cage, which will get Johnny Scorpion's attention. Obviously the corrupt side of Wolf Cross coming out there, top corrupt side, and hopefully Wolf Cross goes well. Hopefully he's going to be one of the top players again, because he's always been the top guy in my opinion, but he's kind of fell off a bit. Hopefully he can get back to the top. Number 4 now, we got Brendan Crimson. I know it's quite low for him. Like I know it's quite low for Crimson to be on this list. Like he's quite low, but it is what it is. Crimson, there's too many guys in there who are way better than Crimson in my opinion. But Crimson, he's a good wrestler, fair enough. He's one of the best heels in DW history. I may say it now because DW only just started like earlier this year, but it's what it is. You know what I mean? DW is classic. For the classic and classy wrestlers, and Brendan Crimson's on that list, is on the top of the list, I reckon. You know what I mean? Like, Brendan Crimson obviously had that good match at WrestleMania with Elijah White, who's actually insane as well. Like, Wolf Cross had a match with Crimson. Obviously, Crimson beat Wolf Cross. Crimson nearly beat Mason and Miracle twice, but no, he got his ass kicked, didn't he? Twice. Obviously, one he got beaten up at Bash at the Beach, and he got his ass kicked at War of the Worlds Royal Rumble, and Crimson said he wants another one. So hopefully, I think Crimson will get his ass kicked at Armageddon as well, because of that big Deadly Games contest with all the contenders for the DW Championship are going to be in that matchup. So that's going to be one of the best matches I'm going to see. I think it could not go well though, because of multi-man matches. Those are like, people think they're not going to go well, but I have all the positivity in the world that match is going to go absolutely well. It's going to be one of the best matches in DW history. Crimson is obviously the leader of the Nirvana. The Nirvana has existed since 2020 with the whole cult leader stuff in HWE. Obviously, Brandon Crimson being the HWE Hardcore Champion, dominant champion as well. He's held that title for a long time until obviously controversy struck. We're not going to talk about controversy on this channel. We're not going to talk about it because there's no right for controversy on this channel. We are a non-controversy, we're literally controversy-free channel. Alright, we do not like controversy, but that's the point. Brendan Crimson is one of the wrestlers who I see he's a versatile wrestler. You give him anything, he'll probably work well with it, because he's one of them wrestlers who likes and who enjoys performing well, and I obviously I give him respect for that, because a wrestler has to work well. You know what I mean? You have to work well. And also, add another, let's add a little honorable mention before we get to the top three, final three. You know what I mean? Like add an honorable mention. Honorable mention goes to Max Jericho. Max Jericho is a good wrestler, fair enough, but outside the character, he is kind of fucking annoying. But we'll have to deal with him. Obviously, DW backstage, locker room, I am there. Obviously, know how everyone is, because obviously I'm one of the top guys in DW, because I'm fucking top. Besides the point, Max Jericho, I see him as a future of the company. He's been doing well. He's gonna run a new brand in DW, which, stay tuned for that. Apparently it's gonna be called IET. I finally remember what the name was, because I made a fucking logo for it. Also, besides the point, IET is gonna be one of them brands where it's gonna be a mix of deathmatch wrestling and a mix of another fed, because WWF, which was Max Jericho's old fed, is gonna be cross-branded into DW as RET, which is going to be interesting, really. And it's going to be very interesting for what's going to happen with RET, because no one knows what's going to go off with them, and hopefully it goes really good. It hopefully goes really well. Like, I'm excited for it. And number 3 is Elijah White, the man who beat Crimson at WrestleMania, and a man who's been a very dominant champion so far. He has not had a single loss. Yeah, I don't think he has a single loss yet, besides against Brock Lesnar. But that doesn't count, in my opinion. Triple threat losses don't really count, in my opinion. But besides the point, Elijah White, very, very, very good wrestler. He is a type of man who you would expect to have a good match with someone because of the way they move in the ring. Obviously, with his return match to wrestling with Crimson, brilliant. He's gonna have a match with Matthew End at Armageddon. I'm pretty sure, or SummerSlam. I forgot where he's gonna have it. I think it's actually no, it's SummerSlam. I think Elijah White's gonna face Matthew End, title versus champion, non-title match. Because obviously these two are not gonna have. You find these two are not defending the title at all. So that's the whole bit of a whole thing with that one here. Elijah White is a type of wrestler who I really want to win that match. Actually, I really want him to win that match, but let's not talk about predictions now. We're gonna leave that to another video. And yeah, Elijah White, yeah, he's number 3. Number 2 is a man who has recently retired. Obviously, you all know from my last video. It's Tex Hardy himself. Tex Hardy recently retired, but he is a brilliant wrestler. He's absolutely insane in the ring, and he was gonna have a little feud going with Chris Danger, and that match was good. That actually would have been brilliant. Imagine Tex Hardy and Undertaker and Chris Danger all on triple threat match for the Immortal Championship. If they didn't retire the championship, then that would have been brilliant. But Tex Hardy, obviously, you know what happened. Whole thing that happened. If you want to know what happened to him, check the last video. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it now because last video explains everything perfectly well. And hashtag goodbye Charo, and I hope you're doing good, Charo. All right, hope you're doing good. Now we've got number 1. Yes, number 1. You gotta know who this is. It is Mason the Miracle, the current DW champion, and he's really good. He's actually one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen in the ring. Like, the dude moves so good to the point where, like, yeah, you gotta say, like, oh yeah, this guy is really good. Like, this guy's not kidding when he's really good. You know what I mean? He's not kidding. But he beat Brendan Crimson twice on pay-per-view. On pay-per-view is a big boost. Obviously, he won the championship after beating Wolf Cross for the vacant title early this year. I think it was back in February or January. I forgot which one it was, but he beat Wolf Cross for the vacant title. He then defended the title He then was supposed to defend the championship against a certain man who I'm not going to mention because publicity stunt. This guy literally didn't show up to WrestleMania and he thinks that he deserves everything, but no. I understand his pipe bomb he did at WrestleMania. I understand everything he did. I reckon he's gonna be a top player to be in the future if he stays along a bit more. But why say the future though? This guy is doing his best work right now, in my opinion. But he might deny it, but because he likes to improve himself a bit. But this is brilliant wrestling, in my opinion. He's done well. And you can't get better than that, in my opinion. You can't get better than a cheeky 2 5-star matches with Brandon Crimson. A gonna be a good solid matchup. SummerSlam against Wolf Cross. Obviously, Wolf Cross having his rematch clause pointing in. Obviously, at Armageddon, he's gonna have that big. He's going to defend the title. He's going to defend the title like in the Deadly Games, which it's just gonna be insane. It's gonna be against all of his challenges that he has on the championship rankings. Would you know what I mean? Like on the championship rankings, he has to face everybody, and the special referee apparently is gonna be Mr. Uncle Andrew himself. He's gonna be the special guest referee for the matchup, and hopefully that match is gonna go absolutely brilliant. And, you know what I mean? Mason Miracle. Obviously, he's the longest reigning heavyweight champion in DW. Obviously, he's the only heavyweight champion, and he's the only DW champion. I mean, he's the longest reigning champion in DW history. Obviously, overtook Brandon Crimson's United States Championship reign, obviously of 124 days. Mason Miracle has been champion for 150 days. So this is going to be a very good match, and hopefully, he's going to be doing brilliant in his matches against Wolf Cross and Deadly Games. And now that is my list. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you would change anybody in the list, put it down in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe, and I've been Brandon Crimson, and I've been a part of the Toxic Mugs, and I am out. Pew!